Golding was holding him off, and you could tell it was giving Cam the shits. And he escorted him at 1. He went down. He got down the inside, and instead of turning in, he did the like Shane used to do all the time, just never turn in.
Yeah, just keep going.
And I'm like that. I would like to see Cam in that moment out of the car. Like that's the Cam you want to go down there, because clearly he wanted to say something to him, because if the door was open, he could talk to him. He would have.
Yeah,
that's what I think we're missing, is that out of the car.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, you'd still be burning though by the time you get back. It's just they're scared. I don't know why you'd be worried. Like I mean, at Tassie, I went
You're
down.
bigger than me though.
It's not main game. I get it. But there's still big commercial money involved in that stuff now. Like it's $250,000 for budget now. So I've still got sponsors that I can't go down and headbutt someone, but I still marched down and told someone what I thought. And then people looking at you like, oh, well, you can't do that. It's like, yes, you can. Like if I think the guy...
Even Dado getting in trouble, I think was unnecessary when he...
Yeah, pushing him back from the...
Man,
what do you think of that?
was ace.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, there should be no trouble about it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, it's what are we in this for? We're not in there to... It's serious stuff. You've got responsibilities. Yes, okay, then there's responsibilities, obviously, that you don't want to make your sponsors think of you wrong or bloody get in trouble with them, that kind of thing. But I think they also want to be on television. I think they also still want to be seen. I think they want their brands associated. Yeah. They want to see them. You know, it's all a bit woke.
The highlight scene from Bathurst, that crash, though, is just as much of you out of the car with Ambrose that day as it is the accident itself. That out of the car. If you'd had the accident, just both walked separate ways.
So why do we still play it? Why does it still get played on TV?
Because no one's doing it. There's no fresh stuff. That's the last time people went...
So it was okay. It was okay. Okay, listen, I'm sure both of us... I wished it hadn't happened. To be, didn't want it to happen. Didn't want to be there doing it. And for those people that go, you could have driven the car back. Yeah, you're right. I think I probably could have driven it back, actually.
Could you actually? Because I had heard that rumour.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I hit the wall hard.
You finished runner-up in that championship too, didn't you, that year? I thought, was that the year you finished second?
No, that's 5. That was 2000. What year was it? 5. 2005. No.
You were 2 and 3.
No, I was nowhere.
I think.
Yeah, I was nowhere in 2005.
Oh, okay.
That's why I didn't drive the car back. You thought stuff. I'm going down the Oxford. I'm going to the bus.
It's one of those stupid things. People go, oh, you just wanted to get out and have a punch up. I'm like, no, I didn't actually, but I hit the wall. If you look at the video, but I mean, they were tough, and I just don't know why I didn't think just keep going. It was bent, but it wasn't broken down.
Yeah. The track was blocked too, so you probably think this thing's a red flag or whatever. Like,
no, I just hit the wall that hard, and I was like, she's done, and it was like boom. I think it was more on the back. The diff housing was bent.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty certain. From now thinking about, from memory, and then at the time and everything, it was like, oh yeah.
As a fan, I'm glad you didn't drive it back.
Yeah.
Created that moment, and we haven't really had any since. That's why I keep playing it.
Yeah, maybe. But it's two blokes who didn't like each other and weren't prepared to give each other, the room.
But it's even like, speaking of highlights, your 5 minutes thing, where you're having a spray because you've got the 5 minute...
Every Bathurst that still gets played.
As you say, Kmart on the chest would have loved that at the time, because it still gets played.
I don't remember them, complaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they didn't.
Why'd you go to the shitter? I always wondered that.
Oh, yeah,
you had 5 minutes, mate.
Well, yeah, it wasn't actually that... it wasn't that long into the stint, because I got in the car. I got in the car.
Yeah.
Todd got out. I got in. And then whenever... then it all turned to shit, and then they made the decision and came, and so it wasn't that long in, but it was like, if sitting in the pit lane for 5 minutes, sitting in a supercar, I just was like, I'm not sitting in here, for 5 minutes.
Shut the door and have your moment.
Yeah, but then I got out, and then it was like, well, what are you going to do now, dickhead? Like, where are you going to go? And there's people everywhere. That was pretty funny. Old Rob Crawford, he thought I was gone, and I got out and I was like, I'll just go and take a piss, because you
could hear you screaming in the portal.
Oh, I was going nuts.
Yeah, I could hear it when.
So you actually need to go to the bathroom, mate. You're just I need somewhere to go and vent.
I got out and then went, that'll be the best place. And then I'll take a piss as well. And I was bashing the shit out of the thing.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Yeah, pretty much, exactly right.
Are you a fan then of what Beardo's doing at the moment?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or what do you see as the challenges? The consistency being probably number one?
Yeah, and listen, we're quick to judge.
Yeah.
Aren't we? We're quick to judge over a lot of things. He gets 95% of stuff right?
Yeah.
He's a great DSO. I absolutely will tell him that all the time.
Yeah.
He's going to get some stuff wrong. What he does need to do is not try to justify it when he does.
Yeah.
He's just got to go, okay, whatever. Don't even say, yep, I agree, don't agree. Just, he doesn't have to reply.
Yeah.
He doesn't owe anyone anything, right, from the decisions he makes. It's a tough job. He does a great job. Everyone will agree, right?
Definitely, yeah.
Absolutely. So when there's a mistake, and I think the Ryan Wood LeBrock thing at the Grand Prix, I think that was rushed. I think that was a bad decision on my part. And I'm not being because I'm biased because of Ryan in any way. I just think that it needed time. It should have been looked at after the race. And so I agreed with Shane and Scott coming on and having their go. I didn't get involved in it, but I just think it needed a breath. And he needed to wait. So I disagreed with that decision, but I agree with just about everything he does. And I know he's wanted to have more rope and wanted to give drivers more rope over a period of time to let this stuff happen on the track.
He said he actually rang me last week. We had a great chat, probably an hour and a half. We were on the phone last week about, and because he has listened to a few of the pods, or someone will message him, say check this out. They discussed your incident, and I said the same. Like, you have no need to justify any decision to me. And also, it's just our opinion on the incident and what happened. Also acknowledging that the guy on the couch, we don't have the same information they have. But I agree on the Woody
one. And he doesn't have all his tools at the Grand Prix.
No.
And that's what I was going to say. I think at the Grand Prix, he was telling me, and this is probably where Supercars, I reckon, this is the whole transparency thing. I'd love to see them give a bit more insight into what actually goes on with those types of decisions, especially at the Grand Prix, because he can't even get a live replay. He said, at that stage, I would have had more at my disposal if I was at home on the couch until someone from Formula One returned. Someone comes in and then they can actually get the replays up and switch cameras and things. So the Grand Prix is a real compromise.
Yeah, it is.
That's where but then I sort of clapped back at him, well, maybe it should have taken more time then. But I think that you're right. Like, we want to let them play on more, because as a sport, we shouldn't be playing highlight reels from 10 years ago or 20 years ago now. We should be creating new ones and making the stars of making the drivers the stars.
I mean, that track, the last few years is just the way it creates racing.
Unbelievable.
It's so wide, right? The corner shapes and the width of the corners and
the speed, so it's sort of
and the speeds,
mid-speed, so you can be close.
And as soon as you go half track, you are compromising yourself.
Yeah.
It's just it's amazing. Like, it just creates the best racing, and close too. No one seemed, no one had an advantage there. It was mega.
It is surprising that it creates such good racing, the Grand Prix track.
I don't remember it used to, but these cars, it works with these cars. Maybe it's the format, right? Is it the format?
The sprint
Gen
racing,
3 though, you can follow.
Yeah. Maybe it's got better with the Gen. I mean, the last 2 years with Gen 3, it's just been. Yeah, freaking fantastic.
On steroids, because you do have the old car was so refined you couldn't follow through the high speed. Like, you'd go through when it was 9 and 10, the fast left right, and you actually had a gap always by the braking zone at 13, because they couldn't follow through. The aero wash through those two fast corners was enough that you didn't even need to check your mirror. Whereas it actually looks like now they're under attack the entire race. But I think the format is good. I actually think Taupo worked pretty good.
Yeah.
But we wanted to ask her, what is your involvement with Woody? Because I think it's awesome to have someone in your corner like yourself to give advice when, I don't feel like maybe I had that. I think that's something I would have learned from a lot, because that moment with Woody, he probably didn't want the phone call, but he'll reflect and respect your opinion and think about that next time when he does that. That's how you learn. I think it's how did that come about? What's your involvement?
He's young. He's really fast tracked, right? So I recognised, and I've watched him for quite a long time, and we've known each other, and he's good mates with Ronan and as well, and so we've seen him around a lot. It's a cheeky little shit, and he was. I mean, he's a lot of fun to be around, right? And he's got a great personality, so he attracts a lot of attention in that respect, and he's very likeable. But I watched him in 86s, really, when he was doing that a number of years ago now. It was just impressive to see him doing what he was doing. And, there was things that he was doing that people just couldn't even understand how he was actually making it happen. And I started to sort of see and understand, what kind of skill sets he had. And he was on a trajectory, and people were wanting to help him, and because they saw that he was fast. And again, people are attracted to personalities like that as well. Yeah. So not only was he very fast, he was likable little runt. So, and it sort of organically just came together. And when he got to Australia, and then he was being supported by also Scott O'Donnell from HWR through, he started to support him financially,
right.
And the Super 2 deal was put together. I mean, he went and did Michelin Sprint, basically dominated that whole thing, right? Very quick, and then he was also doing South Island endurance racing in a Porsche at the right time, and he just absolutely blew, everybody away,
right.
as he probably should, but also lap times and stuff. People were taking notice and going, "Who's this kid? Where's he from?" And so he built the support sort of network, and then tested for WAU, and they were like, "Holy crap, we need to put him in a car." They recognised it, and that's when we sort of started to form sort of a relationship there. So Scott O'Donnell and myself sort of look after his interests there, right. and I sort of try and mentor him through things, and I've been pretty hard on some of the stuff,
right?
Because he is again young, and you're thrust into this space, and you're now a professional race car driver, and we know what we got up to, and it's just easy to, I think, to make some mistakes.
Yeah,
and
so you help him with things outside the car as well, because that's probably my biggest weakness when I came in. You get thrust in the main game, and
there's an expectation. We put an
on
expectation on him on what we expect from the support that we put in, and what he needs to do to ensure that he has longevity, in the sport. So focus on things. And, he got criticised massively about his weight, right? I mean, it was focused on people sort of go, "Oh, he's overweight, he's not focused." Well, that's not the case. He's a big bone boy, but look what he's done. And at the end of last season, towards the end of last season, he's just like, right, this is going to change.
Yeah.
And he's just blowing everybody away, blowing the team away by showing. And that's the thing. Big commitment. Show commitment.
Yep.
You've got all this investment, you've got all this belief for these people. Show them.
Yeah.
It's not just about driving the car. It's other stuff. And so he turns up, back at WAU in
16
January.
kilos down, just like...
And the whole team goes, whoop,
yeah.
lift, And that's the kind of thing you've got to do if, to get a team to walk over hot coals.